You have quite a good start because in your first riding season you have already had 50 winners, and then you're winning some big races after that. Have you ever think that you can make such a great achievement in Hong Kong in such a short period of time?
Well, of course, when I was riding in South Africa, I always wanted to come here, but you know, it's always difficult here, and I was never sure that I would do well. But I came here with a good mind, and of course, work hard and try to get the good rides. Of course, the good start I had really helped me. Of course, when I first came, Joe was not here, so I really pick up lots of good rides. Especially I can ride light, so I pick up many lightweight. And of course, I get chance to ride for John Moe and John Size. Of course, in the big races, I pick up many good rides, and then I get to win some big races. So of course, put me more into the other trainers.
You're originally from Mauritius,
yes,
and then you moved to South Africa when you were 14, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm born and raised in Mauritius, and of course, my family not too much like riding horses. No racing into our blood, but of course they love racing, like playing horses and stuff, because that's the only thing the people like in Mauritius. They go to racing and play horses. So of course my families are into those old-fashioned things, and but me from a young age, of course, I wanted to ride horses and just want to be around horses, and so I started riding in Mauritius, and then of course moved to South Africa to go to the jockey academy when I just turned 14. Trust me, it was very hard my first year because I cannot speak English at all. Yeah, like it was really difficult. So when I first got there, me and my friend, we go together, but we got there like 2 months later than the normal first year we get there. So then they said to us, oh yeah, you need to clean the boots, you need to make coffee, you need to, and then we think, what the hell is going on? So, but I think, it's like everything you learn in everything. It just makes us stronger, make us how to get some more responsibility. But that's the academy. It teaches you a lot. So it was a good experience.
You became the champion apprentice in 2008, and since then you're riding for big trainers there and winning Group 1. Before you received the call, I think it's quite a career change call from the Hong Kong Jockey Club to ask you to ride here, right?
Even when I went to South Africa, I always say this because it's so, I can still see it now, because when I got there, they got all the first year apprentice in one room, because now they want to teach us, and then they have a big screen TV. They put the race of Silent Witness winning the sprint, Hong Kong sprint in Hong Kong. And I can still remember when Felix was winning, he was wearing a white gloves, and he always used to pet him, and we always like, wow, like like exciting, and they were like, no, this is Hong Kong and you guys must one day try go there. So it's always like back in my mind. Of course, when I keep racing and then the jockeys like Del Pesh, Kevin Shea, they come here, then they go back to South Africa, and then they keep talking about Hong Kong, and then we know more about it. And in the 1 year, Richard Furry was here, and I know he was coming back, and like you mentioned, I kept of course getting better riding in Group 1 races, and I thought it's my right opportunity to go to Hong Kong now.
Did you apply it, or just like you get the call directly from the Jockey Club?
Well, yeah, first Mr. Rolton Steve gave me a call, and then he asked me if I was interested to come to Hong Kong. I did not even think of saying no. I just say yes. Just let me know when to come. But then he said to me, "Oh, you need to wait for a few days because we still need to make the decision." So for the 4 days, I could not even sleep because I was like, "Oh my God, I need to get it out." Yes,
Over the past 5 years since you moved to Hong Kong, you have ridden winners in Singapore, the Group 2, in Japan, Hong Kong, Mauritius, anywhere you want to ride next.
If you go somewhere and people know you coming from Hong Kong, you always get like so many good rides, So of course, Hong Kong has always put me into the map. They sort of, people know you all around the world when you ride in Hong Kong because the racing is so big. But yeah, I had some really good opportunity. Of course, going to Singapore to winning the Group 2 was really good because it opened the map for me there. But also, like you mentioned, Japan has been very good. You know, I've made
Korea as well. Super
yeah,
jockey.
Super Jockey won in Korea. So, of course, with the Hong Kong host. But riding in Japan made me, of course, good connection with some good trainers. You know, they always bring horses into Hong Kong. So, yeah, it's been good, and I just hope it keeps going.
I think it's quite a good platform for the Hong Kong-based jockeys to build up the CV in Hong Kong, and then they develop their career. You have more chances to show to the world on the international stage.
Yeah, 100%. Like you see, Joe, Zach, all the jockeys here, they always have the opportunity to go to Australia, because of course the Australian people, they know, like, of course you're riding in Hong Kong, you must have a good ability, and you know, because here in Hong Kong, every day we race, we learn every time, because the racing here is different all the time and so competitive. So we're always learning, and we always try to get better. Because if we sleep and stuff, other jockeys just take your ride. So you always want to be awake, you know. So I think the outside people, they know Hong Kong jockeys are pretty sharp. So it actually gives us good opportunity to travel when we are allowed to travel.
Do you think that you can beat Joe or Seth this season to be the champion jockey?
Well, it's a good question. I would not say no, but it's very difficult. They always get, you know, the really good rides. So I try to make good connection with trainers and owners, so I can also get some good rides. And you know, I always go out there to try my best. And I think the more winners I ride, the more good ride I will pick up. But you know, if the opportunity come and I'm sitting right behind their tail, of course I give it a go. And also, you know, it's in my favor a little bit because I can ride light. I ride 113 pretty easy, so it's really helpful.
You mentioned you have a very good relationship, working partnership with John Size and John Moore. So John Size even produced you the first Group 1 winner in Hong Kong. So how you get the first touch with John Size?
When I first got here, I did not know who he was. So I know Douglas used to ride for him. So I asked Douglas, I want to go ride work for John Size, you know. So he said, no, he doesn't use jockey for work. He only use the work rider. So anyway, I was here pretty early, so I got hold of the 80 Frankie. So I remember I sent him a message. I said, can I do some work for you guys, like, you know? So he said, no, boss not here. When he come back, we'll see. So I remember maybe close to the season, I get a message, oh, you need to come and take a horse from the stable from John Size. I was like, what? So the next morning I was excited. I go to his stable, so of course take a horse from the stable, go canter. And from then, just kept on getting chances from him. Of course, I must say he's been pretty good to me, because from day one I've been here, he's always supporting me. Of course, he gave me a Group 1 winner. And I think I've been here 5 years, but all the 4 Derby, I've been riding for him. So it's been very good to me to support me in the Derby. So, of course, giving me a Group 1 winner on Thunder Fantasy was pretty good.
So you're also riding for John Moore, right?
I've been getting lucky on many of them. As on Able Friend, you know, Joe could not ride, or he did not ride him in a sprint, and then I get lucky, I win the sprint race. Design on Rome, they gave me in a 1600, and then I win the Group 2. So I've been pretty good and pretty lucky on those big horses. You ride for the big stable, of course they have many good horses, and of course they all go to races with some chance. But sometimes you just need more luck in your running, or you have a good draw and it goes your way, and then you end up winning a Group 2. And winning a Group 2 here and a Group 1, it's really big, so I'm pretty happy.
I know that you are quite a superstition person, right? So have you visited all the temples in Hong Kong already?
Well, I don't know why. You know, it's always. I think, you know, because in Mauritius, there's so many religion. Because when we were young, I had Muslim friend, Asian friend, I had you know, African friend. So for us, it was always, you go to everything. You go to, if your friend have a pray at his house, you go to his house. You know, so it's always been like this. So, and I come to Hong Kong. It's not like I don't believe in it. Actually, I must say, you know, if I go to the temple here, because I believe in it. So this is why I do it. I don't do it just for the fun, or I don't do it just because I think it's lucky. I do it because I enjoy going there, and I enjoy, it's peaceful and stuff, and I feel good about it. So
do you have any specific, just like a lucky tour, just like wear the red undie when you're riding or something?
I think it's all the jockeys are like that. Sometimes you have one gear that you always keep. Not underwear, It's yeah. Many jockeys I heard about this underwear thing, but not for me. So maybe if I have a lucky whip or something, or a goggles, or a saddle that you feel comfortable, and if you ride winner with it, you always try to keep that same one. So it's only in the mind, but if it works, you just keep doing it. Yeah.
I think you're not only lucky in racing, but you also find your love in Hong Kong. You mentioned to me that Xavier is your lucky charm, and you've been together for 2 years. You said that you're not good in English, but Xavier is from France, right? You can speak multiple languages.
Well, yeah, speaking French was my second language.
Oh.
So meeting her was pretty
easy.
Good. Yeah, it was pretty easy to communicate.
So how about Xavier? So when you first met Karis, do you think that he would be your boyfriend, or is he a romantic person?
He is, yeah, he is actually. But yeah, we started being very good friends actually. The first year, we were very good friends. We just used to go out and go for dinner with, among other friends also, movies, just very good friends, and then it just changed into something else.
It just happened.
So you're the track rider as well here.
Yes.
So is it the horses your main topic every day?
No.
Not really, to be honest. Maybe
We talk about
when she
everything.
come back from work, and then we like ask each another how was your morning, and then and then that's it.
Yeah, for me, I think it would be
It'd be too boring.
Yeah,
Otherwise
for
you just keep
horses,
talking about horses all the time. So
Yes.
it's good to talk a little bit about it, and then
And
keep
then
going,
doing
yeah.
the same thing also, it's not very interesting to talk about something you already do every day yourself.
Yeah.
But it does help for the lifestyle. I think doing the same job, it's much easier because we have the same routine. We wake up same time.
Yeah, exactly.
We do have a nap sometime, same time, and everything is, I think, easier.
How about your career? Any races you want to win one day? Hong Kong Derby or the
Yes.
Hong Kong International?
I think the derby is the most important. Of course, the international is the international. You want to win the international. Once you in Hong Kong and you realize how important the Hong Kong derby is to people here, to the local especially. Even when Joe win the race, he tell me he cannot believe how important this race is. So when he win it, then
Almost in tears.
I know. Then I realize, like, of course, you've been here a long time. You see it. That's the only thing people remember. It's like the Hong Kong derby, and if you can win one of those Hong Kong derby, it's really a big thing in Hong Kong.
So to win the Hong Kong Derby or to become the champion jockey, which is your pick?
I think first will be the champion jockey, and then I need to be a champion jockey so I can get a good horse to win the Hong Kong derby.